Hi, welcome to this episode of the Lockdown Lectionary. Well, all this week we've been talking about Sabbath. And this time of year, the summer, is a time when many people normally take some extra Sabbath, some extra rest, some extra vacation time. But of course, with the virus outbreak this year, our Sabbath keeping has been turned completely upside down in many cases. And so this week we've been looking at why Sabbath is important. And today we're going to be talking about Sabbath related to our need as humans to rest. And our text comes from Psalm 23, the first 3 verses. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Well, we read and hear these words all of the time. But have you ever really thought about what they might have to do with us taking time out of our busy schedules in order to find time to rest? As Americans, we don't like to rest. We tend to find value and virtue in overworking ourselves. Many of us have to work excessively just to be able to afford to live in the ways that we think are important. We tend to look at people that have the time to rest as being lazy and unproductive. But those aren't spiritual values. Those are economic and political values. If we want to reacquaint ourselves with the spiritual aspect of rest, we need to look no further than the actions of God in this psalm. Psalm 23 is all about the ways that God cares for us and provides for us. So, with that in mind, take another look at the very first quality of God that's illustrated in this psalm. God provides for our needs and makes us lie down. Now, if that's not an invitation to a life-giving nap, then I don't know what is. But if we look at even further, we see the reason or the benefit of taking that bit of rest. It restores our souls. And what happens to us when our souls are awake and alive and not bogged down by weariness and exhaustion? Well, we become better spouses. We become better parents. We're better students and workers. We're happier and we're more productive. And we're better disciples of God. You see, all this talk about Sabbath is not just about physical rest for our bodies and minds, although there certainly is value in all of that. It's really about resting and recharging our soul. Have you ever reached the point of exhaustion or frustration when you just felt like you stopped caring about anything or anybody? I've been there before, and it's not fun. We're miserable when we're like that. Miserable to ourselves and miserable to other people. And what sort of kingdom building are we able to do when we're like that? Not very much. But when we're rested and engaged, we can do amazing things. And that's just what God has designed us to do. So take care of yourself. It's okay. God told you to. Let's pray. God, refresh us and invigorate us. Lead us near the still waters of your love. Restore our souls to do the work you have called us to do. Amen. Well, thanks for joining me today. Check out the music selections in the comments below. Be safe, stay at home, and wash your hands. Peace be with you.